practitioner is going to do a special session on probiotics and gut health. And so it's going to be a fun year. So, all right, let's go ahead and start to move our body. We're going to get warmed up first. So let's just get those legs bouncing. Woo, woo. And you can go up and down, or you can go in and out. We're just going to get those bodies warmed up before we get started. And so I'm just bouncing those feet up and down, going back and forth. Let's add those arms. And you can go any way you want, just getting those bodies moving. Got some calisthenics going on in the room here. Yes. All right, let's swing those arms back and forth. And you can stop the legs if you feel like you need to, or you can keep them bouncing. So let's bring those arms in and out. Now we're opening up the chest just a bit. All right. And let's go ahead and let those feet rest. And let's just do our shoulders. We got a little bit of movement going now. So let's open up those shoulders. Big circles here. Sometimes it's hard for me to get out of bed, out from under the covers when it's chilly. Just like
that's why I'm late.
Oh. Sure said that's why she's late. Oh, let's change direction. And I don't drive that far, right? So it's not quite far enough for my car to get warm. All right, so let's roll those shoulders forward and then roll them up and roll them back. Roll them up, roll them forward, roll them up, roll them back. This should feel really good. You should feel that stretch across the chest, across the back. Yeah, feels really good. This is a good move to do in the morning after sleeping, especially when it's cold. The body likes to close in to keep that warmth in. And so we want to open it back up. Get those muscles moving, get that fascia stretched out, get that fluid in the joints. All right, so let's move the whole arms now, big circle. Let's do one more big circle in this direction, and we're going to change direction and go the other way. And if you want to move your whole body, you can go down, bring it up with the head. However your body feels like it needs to move this morning is fine. And we'll do one more big circle. And rest those hands on your knees. Nice. Whew, that feels good. Hands are going to be on my knees to keep my body facing forward. I'm just going to move my head now as I stretch my neck. So let's look over the right shoulder and look over the left. And as you do so, try to keep those shoulders relaxed. We don't want that tension in the neck. And so the shoulder is nice and relaxed. Now let's extend that gaze. Try to look behind you a little further, stretching the eyes. You feel the muscles around the eyes start to become engaged. And let's change to looking up and down. As you look up, extend that chin a little further. And look down. Extend that chin up. And bring that head back to neutral. Nice, good job. Let's go ahead and start to move the sides of our body now. And so I'm going to hang on to my chair so I feel nice and secure. I'm going to raise one arm up and I'm going to lean over. And let's lean as far as you can without lifting that hip up. Push that opposite hip down. And we'll switch to the other side. And let's go back to that first side. Take that palm, push it up towards the ceiling. And feel that stretch all the way down to your hip. And come back down. Let's do this second side. Push that palm up. And bring it back down. Nice. All right. Go ahead and place your hands on your knees. Let's do our cat-cow. Go ahead and pull your body forward and look up. And arch the back. Let's go ahead and curl the back now, looking down. Nice and slow. Go ahead and move in that forward arching position, pushing back in that curled position. Really try to exaggerate this, leaning way forward. Going back as far as you can, trying to touch the chin to the chest. Let's do one more in both directions. And sit up nice and tall. As we're sitting up nice and tall, feel your rib cage separating from the hip. Sometimes we settle down and we're sitting on top of ourselves. And so we're going to lift that spine up nice and straight, lift that rib cage up. Let's take that rib cage in circles now. And so it looks like my shoulders are leading, but the rib cage is making circles around my hip. You feel that spine start to open up just a bit. I like the tennis shoes. Let's change direction. Pay attention, make sure you don't settle back down. Those bodies like to sink in, don't they? And we'll do one more full circle all the way around. Bring your body back up to the center. Lift that rib cage up. All right. I'm going to come up to the front just a bit so my feet are more flat on the ground. Because it's cold today, we're going to warm the body up by expanding this diaphragm area. So push the belly out, pull it back in. Push it out, pull it in. Push out, pull in. Be careful because you just drank at 8. Don't go too fast. But we're going to push out, pull in, push out, pull in. And now let's add some breath. Just a couple more. All right, nice. Bringing in the breath like that a little forcefully helps warms up the body. All right, let's go ahead and let's get our legs warmed up. So I'm still sitting kind of at the edge, but I want a little bit of motion here. So for the taller people, you may have to scoot back. And we're going to swing those legs, just getting them warmed up. We're not working the abs yet, just warming up those muscles. Let's do some circles. Go ahead and change direction. And let's do our ankles. Go ahead and point and flex, point and flex. And we'll do some circles with our ankles. You hear mine? Go both directions. This cold weather is hard on my body. And go ahead and rest those feet down. Nice. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and bring our hands near our shoulders. We're going to push them up towards the ceiling and visualize that you really have some heavy weight. So the hands are as flat as they can go. So I'm actually flexing my palms so they're as flat as I'm able to. I'm going to push up, pushing that ceiling up, bringing it back down. Really visualize you've got some heavy weights. Let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do it for 8, and I'm going to bring up a knee now. So as I lift up, one leg comes up, and then as I lift up the opposite leg, let's do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still heavy weights in the hands. 7, 8, 9. Oops, I did 10. Sorry, I went a little too far. All right. So I'm going to scoot back. I'm going to bring both hands up, both feet are going to raise up this time. This time we'll do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And rest those arms. Woo, nice. I get a little excited there. All right. So now I'm going to bring my hands up here. I'm going to lift one hand up and the other hand's going to push to the side. Again, I want you to flatten that palm. Really visualize there's a wall that you're having to push away. Remember how powerful that mind is. If you're visualizing that, you're going to tone those muscles. So one hand's pushing up, one hand's pushing out. And we'll do one side for 10. 1, bring it back in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Concentrate on both ones. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Ooh, good job. Hopefully you felt a little bit on the back of the arm. If you're really visualizing that weight and it's coming back, we engage in both the front and the back of the arms. All right, so I'm going to raise one arm up. I'm going to raise my right arm. As I do, my left leg is going to lift. So I'm going to actually cross my body here. And so I'm going to lift opposite. We'll do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's challenging. 8, 9, 10, and rest. This would be a good practice for you. It really helps with the connections in the neural pathways. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. I'm coming closer to the edge of my chair. I'm going to take my leg and stick it out. As I do, I'm going to take my arm and go across, and then I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to do one side for a count of 10. There, you got it. That was good. All right. So I'm going to go across and back. I'm going to do this same leg for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's do this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. Nice. Okay, we're going to push it a little bit. We're going to do one side and then the other side. And we'll do this for 10. So each side is going to get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, nice. I'm going to place your hands on your knees. I'm going to raise those hands straight up to the ceiling. As your hands reach up to the ceiling here, open up those armpits. Try to touch those shoulder blades together before lowering back down. All right, so we're going to lift our feet up at that same time. So we raise up, open up, feet come up and down. Let's do 10. 1, 2, open up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Ooh, good job. You should have felt that across the shoulder if you were really pulling those arms open. Let's go ahead and put those arms out in front of you. We're going to make some fists. As you make fists, your thumbs go on the outside of the hands here. I'm going to pull one hand back, and then this hand stays out. I'm going to push that one out as this one comes back. And so we've got this push-pulling position. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest those arms. Ooh, good job. Oh, it's getting warm. I see clothing starting to come off. All right, so same motion, only now I'm going to go across my body. So I still have One arm out and then the other arm out. Let's start at our hands at the hips. Punch across, punch across. And let's do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest. Nice. All right. So you notice that as you cross, your body's becoming engaged. It helps create some heat. Let's engage it a little bit more. Instead of just going across, I'm actually going to turn all the way. And so you can see my hips kind of turn. So I'm actually visualizing there's someone next to me and I'm going to turn and punch them. Turn and punch them. Actually, it's just a love tap. It's a love tap. It's nice. All right, we'll do this one for 10. So it's the same move, just pushing a little bit further. We're just twisting a little bit more. 1, both sides. 2, Shark's getting a little excited here. 3, 4, 5, take them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest those arms. Whew, I got a little dizzy going back and forth.
I won.
Did you win? I don't know. You had 2 women punching you.
Their arms are too short.
Bob's right in the middle, so he's got getting punched on both sides there. All right, let's extend those arms out. We'll do our small circles. I'm going to keep our bodies moving. We want to make sure we're staying nice and warm during this session. Let's grab onto those heavy kettlebells. Visualize you've got some heavy kettlebells as you're making these circles. I'm going to move to medium-sized circle. Still visualizing you've got those heavy balls in your hands. And let's move to large circles. Still holding on, heavy weights. I think you've got 10 pounds on each side. Whew. And go ahead and drop those weights and change direction. Palms are going to open up. Still doing big circles, palms are open. Try to touch those shoulder blades together as those arms come back. And we're going to move to medium-sized circles. And move to small circles. And rest those arms. Nice. Whew, good job. Check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're staying nice and loose, relaxed. Check in with your spine. Make sure your spine is nice and long, not slouching down. Keep that spine upright, almost as if there's a string from the tailbone going all the way through this to the head up to the heavens. All right, let's put those hands together and let's bring those elbows up so my hands are parallel with the ground. From here, I'm going to push together. So this is isometrics, right? This is me pushing against my own strength. You should feel this engagement through the biceps, through the chest. Point your fingers towards me. Notice if you can feel the muscles shift up a little bit higher, right? Still pushing those palms together, elbows still raised up. Those palms and those fingers are pointing towards me. Push them out towards me. Still pushing those hands as tightly as you can together. Now you feel it underneath your armpits on the inside of the arms. Still squeezing as tight as you can. Pull those arms back. Point those fingers up. Let's push those hands up towards the ceiling. Still pushing together. Now your workout is as good as you make it, right? So you can relax and not just kind of point it, or you can really challenge yourself and squish those palms together. And bring those hands back together. And release, shake those wrists out. Ooh, good job. All right, we're going to move to our weights. So go ahead and find your weights. If you're using weights at home, you can use water bottles. You don't have to use weights if you don't want to. It's up to you. All right, so we'll begin with our bicep curls. I've got one weight in each hand. I'm going to put my palms facing you, resting on my knees. Curling up, tapping my shoulders and back down for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Okay, make sure the shoulders weren't creeping up. Relax the shoulders. Spine is still nice and straight. Feet are flat on the ground. Let's do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry, that's me.
7.
I always
8.
turn my phone off.
And rest.
I'm not gonna answer it. Keep going.
One last set. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, check in. Make sure the body's still in alignment. Feet are flat on the ground. Spine is nice and straight. Tuck that belly in. Hips are tucked. Spine is upright. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's turn those palms so they're facing each other. Hands still resting on the knees. This is our next bicep curl. We're going to curl up, tap the shoulders. When we bring our weights down, visualize that there's something between you and your knees, and you have to push through. And so that way we're engaging the muscles up and down. We'll do 10. 1, push down. 2, 3, push. 4, 5, 6, 7, tuck that out. 8, 9, 10. Nice. Okay, our next rep is going to be for 8. We're going to add a different movement to this. We're going to push up towards the ceiling and then push back down. We'll do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway there. 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. All right, check in. Make sure the shoulders aren't creeping up. If you need to move that neck side to side, make sure it's nice and loose. All right, this is our last rep. We're going to do 6. We're going to add one more variation. We're going to do our bicep curl up, push up towards the ceiling. From here, those hands are just going to slowly cascade straight down to the starting point. All right, so this is going to engage this front core, so you're going to have to keep the belly nice and tucked. Let's do 6. 1, push it up, cascade down.
Ooh.
Yes, right. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see how slow you can do this. You can feel all the muscles across the front of your chest engaged as you go down. Nice. And rest. All right, go ahead and rest those arms. Shake them out if you need to. I don't know if you could hear out there in Zoom land, but we heard a couple, kind of a new muscle here. All right, I still have one weight in each hand. I'm going to rest those hands to my side. I scooted back just a little bit so the chair can carry me a little more. I'm going to raise my hands up into airplane arms. I'm parallel with the ground and back down. Let's do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. All right, check and make sure those shoulders aren't creeping up. All right, this time we're going to go up into airplane mode. Flip those hands all the way up, tap, twist, and down. We'll do this for a count of 8. 1, tap them above your head. 2, arms are nice and straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there. 7, last one, 8, and down. Ooh, go ahead and give those arms a shake out. Nice.
Oh,
That was tough.
yeah. I got out of shape on vacation.
You know what? A couple weeks off, it doesn't take much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to keep that body moving. All right, we have one last set. This one's going to be for a count of 6. I'm going to add one more variation. We'll go up to our airplane, but let's bring them out in front and back and down. We'll do this for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3. You could do it without weights if it feels better. 4, 5. Last one, 6. And shake those arms out. Woo, good job. That one was challenging. Let's go ahead and rest those weights on your knees. My palms are facing down. Spine still nice and straight. Belly is tucked. Hips are tucked. I'm going to lift them straight out in front of me and back down. We'll do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, good job. Really challenging those little deltoid muscles right here, huh? All right. I'm going to scoot up a little bit. I want my feet to assist me in this next move. And so I'm going to lift up. Once it gets to this parallel position, I'm going to pull them back. So my elbows are going back behind me. And that gave me a little more freedom too when I scooted up to have room. I don't accidentally hit my chair. Push it back forward and down. This is only going to be for a count of 8. You guys have got this. 1, pull it back, push it forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take a rest. Whew, nice, good job. Last set. I know. We're challenging you guys now. Remember, it's new you in 2022. You guys have got this. All right. So this time we're going to take those arms and we're going to go all the way past that parallel position, up above our heads and back down. As I do that, I feel a nice little stretch on my abdomen. Don't let the back curl. And so as you bring those arms up, don't let that back or that belly protrude out. Keep it tucked underneath. That's going to help protect the lower back. Let's lift up our arms for a count of 6. 1, and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and take a rest. Whew, good job. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring those weights to your shoulders. I'm going to push one up. As it comes down, the other one's going to come up. We did kind of a punch without the weights. Now we're going to punch up towards the ceiling with the weights in our hands. And let's do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there. 9, 10, finish strong and rest. Woo. All right, check in with those shoulders, make sure they're staying loose. You need to move that neck. I see someone leaning over, stretching out the back. Good. All right, let's bring those weights back up. Now we're going to move those weights together up and down. We'll do this for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, lots of energy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and take a breath. Good job. Nice. Lots of energy today, warming up that body. All right, we're going to bring those weights back up. Now I'm going to push out, but only I'm going to go out at an angle, almost like a V. This is my victory sign. And pull it back in. Out to a V, pull it back in. All right, this is one of our power poses. Okay, let's do this for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and take a break. Woo, nice, good job.
Wow.
Did you feel invigorated?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put both my weights to one side of my body. I'm gonna go to the outside of my knee. So now we're gonna focus on our core. And so my legs are still nice and strong, rooted to the earth. My feet are pressed against the earth. I'm gonna use just my belly, my abdomen muscles to move that weight to the other side. And let's do this for 10. 1, 2, feel those abs working. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back to center. Nice. Let's go ahead and open those legs just a bit. They're still nice and strong, connected to the earth. I'm gonna put those weights near my body. I'm gonna lean forward and I'm gonna bring my body up. In this move, I want you to focus on your lower back, your glutes, and your hamstrings pulling you up. Try not to push against the legs. We're gonna do that one later. Right now, the core is gonna be doing this workout. So let's lean forward and bring our body up for a count of 10. 1, bring that body up, use your glutes. 2, 3, you should feel your hamstrings working. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, let's drop those hands to the outside of the legs. I'm going to drop down. My weights almost touch the ground, maybe yours touch the ground, and I'm going to bring my body back up. Arms are still hanging down by my legs though. At this time, they're still going to point down. And so let's do this for a count of 10. 1, bring that body up. 2, use your core. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. All right. This looks almost the same. My arms are going to hang down. I'm going to lean forward. Only this time my arms are going to lock. And as I bring my body up, those arms come up with my body. And so my arms are locked out and they come up as my body raises up. And let's do this for a count of 10. 1, arms come up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a breath here. Good job. Whew. I can feel my core working that one. All right. Let's open up those legs. And so they're about the same distance as the legs of my chair. I'm going to drop those weights down between my legs. Same move, only I'm going to use different muscles. So I'm leaning forward. My weights are going to touch the ground, but this time I get to use my feet. So now I'm going to feel my feet push against the earth as I bring my body all the way up. Tap those shoulder blades. Bring those weights all the way back down. Let's do this for 10. 1, use those feet. 2, 3, you can use one weight if that feels better for you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go ahead and put those weights down. Sit up and take a nice breath. Check in with the body. All right. Walk those feet in. The weights are still down on the ground. I'm going to reach my hands on the outside of my leg, grab those weights. Now I can bring them up into airplane modes as I'm leaning forward. So my weights are still down on the ground. Got one weight in each hand. Let's lift them up for a count of 10. 1, 2, they feel super light now. 3, I don't know why. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring your body upright. Woo, good job. Oh, nice. I'm going to scoot back in my chair. I'm going to let my chair carry me for just a moment. My feet are still as flat as I can, depending on your height. I'm going to drop one weight down. The other weight's going to tuck up as close as I can underneath my arm, and I'm going to switch to the other side. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. While you're down, go ahead and drop one weight. Bring your body back up. Nice. I've got one weight in my hand. I've got one hand on each side. Go ahead and rest them on your knees. I'm going to go from my knee to one shoulder and back down to my knees to the other shoulder, back down. We'll do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Sorry, you were right. Let's raise those arms with those weights above our head. We're going to bend our elbows. Now we've done where we tap the shoulder. This time I want you to visualize that the energy is going up towards the ceiling, up towards the ceiling. So almost as if you're throwing that energy up, throwing it up, but we have a weight in our hands. And let's raise those weights up for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a rest. Good work. One more exercise with these weights. We're going to raise those arms up, drop them down. We're going to do that same move. We're going to push it up towards the ceiling, but I'm going to have you go all the way down, tap the ground, bring it back up, and drop those elbows. Okay, so let's do this for 10. 1, all the way down, tap, bring that body up. 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway there. 6, lots of energy, bringing them up. 7, 8, 9, 10, and come back up to sitting. Nice. All right. Whew. Let's go ahead and look under our arms. Let's drop these weights around. This is a nice way to open up the shoulders. It's kind of working the arms, but it's a nice stretch too. So I've got one hand on each side. Open up one arm, look underneath, drop that weight behind you. Let's do that for 5. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to center. Let's go the other way. Look under the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's set this weight down with the other one. Make sure they're back far enough that you're not going to accidentally bump them. Our legs have been sitting still for a little while. Let's get them warmed up. Let's go ahead and walk in place. Just go ahead, bounce those knees, toes touch the ground and lift up right away. Arms aren't doing anything if you don't want to. Just getting those legs engaged. And now let's add a little kick, 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 kick. I hear my knees popping, kick. Nice and soft. Getting those joints warmed up again. They've been sitting still for just a little bit. Let's do one more on each side. All right, bring it back to center. Good job. All right, let's place those fingertips on your shoulders. I'm not done yet. We're gonna go ahead. I saw Bob look at the clock.
Oh, I'm just checking up on you.
Just checking.
Oh, gosh.
It feels like it's been 2 hours, right? All right, I'm gonna take my right elbow to my left knee and back down to the other side. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, open those arms up like airplane. Very similar movement. Body sitting on this weird. And I'm going to tap my toe. Still alternating, right? But now I'm going all the way down to the toe. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, rest those arms. Whew. Just holding them out is challenging. Let's do our mountain climbers. And take one leg, open it up. Hands are going to go into cactus mode here. You're going to lift that knee up to tap that elbow and back down. Let's do each side. This side's going to be for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Let's switch to the other side here. 10 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest those arms. I know it's your little things on your jacket, but I hear you jingling. Can you hear yourself jingling? All right, let's go. Hang onto your chair with both hands. We're going to lift both knees up and back down. So you have a couple options here. You can lean back if you want the chair to help support you. It's still a good workout for the abs to be leaning back. You can lean back without touching the chair. That's going to help engage the muscles up high on the abs. Or you could sit up and lift up. This is going to engage the muscles down low. So you have a couple options here. And you can kind of shift during the session too as we're lifting if you wanted to use different muscles. I'm going to lift our knees for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. So I also feel that on the upper part of my thigh right here, right? Really challenging those muscles on the top of my thigh. All right, so one leg's gonna stay on the ground. I'm gonna lift one leg up as high as I can and lower it back down. And lift it up and back down. And let's lift up for a count of 10. 1, 2, back is straight. 3, even if you're leaning back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest that leg. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both legs are going to lift up together, but they're going to be outreach. This is a lot harder than lifting the knees because there's so much weight out further from the body. If you need to lean back to use the chair, go ahead and do so. You can use your arms. You can also lock your arms across the back of the chair. Let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Good job. All right. So I'm a little challenging on the lower back. So before we move to the next move, let's go ahead and lean forward. Relax that lower back. Let your shoulders roll. Let the neck soften. And go ahead and walk your body up. Just like when we use our arms and we stop to loosen up the shoulders and the neck, you want to make sure any other parts of the body are nice and loose and relaxed during the session. All right, we're going to lift those legs up. We're going to open them, close them, and go back down. So we lift up, open, close. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release, nice. I'm gonna sit closer to the edge. I'm gonna lift my foot over that dog, tap on the other side and bring it back. And let's do this for a count of 10. And we'll do one side and then we'll do the other side. How's that? 1, bring it back to the other side. 2, 3, 4, good. 5, another big dog. 6, no chihuahuas here. 7, no dachshunds. 8, 9.
I have a big problem.
Oh, do you? Okay. 10. I'm sure you practice this all day. Our dogs like to be near us, right? All right. So,
He's this tall and this long.
oh wow. Char's saying that her dog is pretty tall. All right. So we're going to do both feet together. So you're going to have to hang on to the chair to keep yourself nice and balanced. But remember not to let the body collapse, right? The spine is nice and straight. Even if you're using the back of the chair, keep that spine nice and straight. Both feet go out, both feet come back. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring it back. Nice. All right. Go ahead and bring yourself to the front of the chair. Let's widen that stance just a bit. We're going to do our cherry pickers here. Push your feet into the earth, but be careful that you're not pushing your chair back away. Let's bring those arms up towards the ceiling. So my feet are rooted to the earth. Arms are reaching up, body's nice and long. Turn towards one leg and let's lower down. Lower as far as you can. We're going to walk our hands across and bring them up. Let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms up. Let's check in with our spine. Make sure our body is lifted up. Turn towards that opposite leg. Let's do 5. 1, 2. Reaching up in between each one. 3, 4, 5. Arms up nice and high. Reach that spine nice and long. Bring those arms down into airplane. We're going to do our windmills. Hands going to go down, tap that ankle. Let's do it for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push against the earth. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both sides. Arms up, extend that energy outward. Push your feet against the earth. Arms are opening wide. And relax. Whew, good job. Hold those feet in just a bit. I'm going to sit on the edge of my chair. My feet are about hip distance. So I put my fists between my knees, and I know that my hips and knees are in alignment. I can go all the way down, check my ankles too. Everything's in alignment. It's a really nice position here. I'm going to practice standing up without using my hands to push down. That means I'm going to use my strength in my legs to bring my body up. It helps me if I tuck my feet back a little bit. So instead of my legs being perpendicular, they're tucked in just a bit. If I lean forward just enough, my counterbalance of my heavy head allows me to lift my hips up and stand up. So go ahead, lean forward, tuck your feet back just a little bit more. There you go. Lean forward as far as you can and bring your body up. There you go. Bring those arms up towards the ceiling. And bring those arms back down. We're gonna sit down, but super slow. Really focus on engaging these thighs. How slow can you go before you touch that chair and find that seat? Okay, we're gonna do that again. So find that position where your legs are maybe tucked a little bit deeper beneath you. Bring the body forward. As soon as you feel the hips lifting up, straighten those legs, bring those bodies up. Arms come up, reach up towards the ceiling. And drop those arms down. Leave those arms out. I'm gonna have you bend at the waist, but not the knees. Arms are out, bending at the waist. Now bend those knees as if you're coming towards the sitting position in the chair. As low as you can go. Find that chair and bring the body upright. One more time. So my feet are tucked underneath, bringing my body forward. Try not to use your hands. Put your hands out in front of you. Try to reach out towards me and bring that body upright. Arms are still outreached. Bring them up towards the ceiling. Reach up, feel that stretch across your belly. Drop those arms down. This time I'm going to take my hands and put them behind me as my body leans forward. Legs are still straight, bending at the waist. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Reach those palms up towards the ceiling. Feel a stretch on the front part of your arm. Now let's bend those knees. Find that chair nice and slowly though. And once you find that chair, go ahead and find a seat. Drop those hands down, touch the earth, and bring the body upright. Nice. Whew, nice, good stretch. All right, let's cool down just a bit. I'm gonna have you bring your feet flat on the ground and lift that spine up. Let's turn around and do a spinal twist. So I'm gonna turn and grab the back of my chair, look behind me. And come back forward. Let's look the other direction. And come back forward. We really worked our arms today, so let's do a nice little stretch. I'm going to bring that arm across, other hand's going to assist in stretching. This is going to help stretch that muscle at the top of the shoulder here. And let's open up to the other side. And release. Let's bring that both arms up. Let's drop one hand down and assist in stretching. Now I'm stretching underneath the arm. And both arms up. Let's do the other side. And release. Bring those arms down. Let's extend one leg out. And that foot that's extended, I'm going to point it back towards me. I'm going to really flex it. And let's lean over the knee that's bent. Really stretching the back part of that leg. And bring your body up. Let's switch. Bend that knee. Extend the opposite foot out. Really extend and flex that foot. And let's lean towards that bent knee. And bring your body up. Let's extend both legs. Be careful. When both legs extend, you don't want that chair sliding out from underneath you. So we're going to slowly walk our hands down. If you notice your chair moving or your body slipping, just stop and reposition yourself. I'm going to walk ourselves down as low as we can, as long as we're still safe. As far down as you're able to. You feel the stretch on the back of the legs here. If you feel pretty secure, you can relax the shoulders, relax the head. And walk your hands back up. Go ahead and bend those knees. I'm going to open up my legs so they're a little wider. I'm actually wider than my chair legs here. And I'm going to drop my body in between. Now I feel that stretch on the inside of the thighs. If you can touch the ground, go ahead and let those hands reach through that open space. Drop the shoulders, drop the head. And bring your body back up.